too long. Alrighty. So, we'll do it as we get there instead of going past what I'm going to do. We're going to start off by watching a video that kind of goes over a little part of the story that we read yesterday. So, I'm going to pull up the video, and then, so this is the video. It's called Banana Thief. Why does this matter? Why would I show you this video? What do you remember about the story? Why would this connect? Yoshi? Well, it is about monkeys, but more specific. Elijah? Good. There was a chimpanzee that started coming towards her camp and taking their food, and she started giving it bananas, and it kind of spiraled from there. But that is basically how they started to trust her, right? The chimpanzees was like, oh, she gives us food. Maybe she's good. So this video is about 6 minutes long. It's going to kind of talk more about Jane Goodall and her time working with these chimpanzees. Yeah. So if you're online, this may be a little bit loud. It is turned up all the way, I think. So maybe turn your volume down for a second. I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
One day, we were greeted with fantastic.
Well, it's not very loud at all, is it?
A chimp had crept into my tent and had taken some bananas left for my supper.
That's as loud as it goes.
Would come again.
Okay, so maybe we won't watch it because nobody's going to be able to hear it unless they're online. So what we're going to do, there's no captions on it. No, it's okay. I'll put it on Google Classroom and you guys can watch it later. That's how we're going to do that instead because it's really quiet. I don't know how to make it louder because all my volume is turned up all the way. Sorry. Let's go ahead and move on then. So, maybe we'll try it at the end instead. Yep, but, all right, so on Google Classroom, let's go ahead and open up our story, My Life with the Chimpanzees, and get that opened up, please. As I said, it wasn't loud enough, so we'll watch it later somehow. Alrighty, so go ahead and get our story pulled up. After we finish up, yes, I think we should be done today early. I was going to have you read the Skylar, but not here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to wait about 1 minute, let you guys get this pulled up, and then we'll go from there. While we're waiting, let's just review. Who is Jane Goodall? Why is she important? Why are we reading about her? What do you think?
Because she knows how to communicate with monkeys.
Chimpanzees. Remember, monkeys and chimpanzees are different. We learned that yesterday from Mr. Turner. She knows how to, well, not necessarily communicate, but she works well with monkeys. I mean, chimpanzees. What else? Why was she there? What was her point of going to Africa? Yoshi? She was researching them. She wanted to learn all she could about the chimpanzees and how they lived, how they interacted, and all of that stuff. Who did she go to Africa with? Her mom. Her mom was there. Why was her mom there? What was her mom doing? Huh? I don't think it was just a vacation for her mom, because that's a long and hard vacation to go on. I am kind of advising. She was there to help, but she's also, she's a doctor, good. She was helping the locals in Africa with some of their medical things. How long did it take Jane Goodall to become friends and have the chimpanzees actually accept her? What was
a year?
Yeah, about a year, a little bit over a year probably, for them to finally let her get close enough, right? Once she did, she was researching them pretty well, and then she met a dude and they left, got married, but then they went back. What do they have now in that area? So now that,
Baby.
no, not big, no, not that.
The chimpanzees.
The chimpanzees had babies, and they kept like growing and all of that stuff because it was like a 6-year long thing, right? She started off in 1960. She lived there for 15 years, they said, right? And she went to college. I don't think she founded a college, but she did. She went back to get her PhD, which is more schooling. And then she went back to Africa, and she established a research institute in Africa, right? Like she has a whole place that people will go to research more chimpanzees and all of that stuff. Good, for more students and all of that stuff, yep. So that's kind of the premise of our story, right? She went out there, was not a very experienced researcher, but wanted to learn about all of them, did all that learning, got more education under her belt, went back, and then created that research institute, which now they use all the time. Pretty cool. So, yeah, she's a pretty prominent person in the field of research and animals and all of that stuff. Most people, when they hear her name, know who she is. So we're actually going to do only 2 sections again today. So under making meaning, we're going to start with the comprehension check. Now, I just went over pretty much all of these questions with you, so I kind of expect you to be pretty decent on this comprehension check. There's 6 questions. This is one that I'm grading, so I do want you to take your time and do it on your own. I'm going to give you probably 10 minutes to do these 6 questions. So number 1, why have Jane Goodall and her mother come to Gombe National Park? No, I don't need the answer. This is you're answering on your own. Incomplete sentences, please. This is something that I've noticed. It's not complete sentences. I need a complete sentence for full credit. Okay? So a complete sentence here. Why did they go there? That's number 1. Number 2, again, in a complete sentence. At first, how do the chimpanzees react to Goodall? So how do they react at first? If you know the answers, start typing them out. Yeah. Nope, I'm just going over what the questions are. Start typing if you know the answers. Number 3, what type of service does Goodall's mother set up for the local people? So why is she there? What does she do for the local people? And then complete that sentence, or do a complete sentence there, please. Oh, I spelled sentence wrong. Okay. Number 4, why does Jane Goodall leave Gombe? And again, complete sentence. I'm going to say that like 18 times. Complete sentences, please. You guys are... I can say it 26 times if I want to. Write a complete sentence. You guys are all old enough and know how to write a complete sentence. So I expect you guys to write incomplete sentences, please. Number 5. How does Goodall's camp become a research center? Again, complete sentence. Okay. And then number 6 there is to write a brief summary of the story. And this one I want to be 4 to 5 sentences. It's a long story. You can get 4 to 5 sentences about the premise. What was it about? And I want them to be complete sentences. What a concept. All right, so let's give you guys about 10 minutes to work on these 6 questions here. All right, go for it. If you're online, you have any questions, just give me a shout and I'll walk over. So you spoke in the chair. You're going to story about kids that I knew that fell to the chair?
Yeah. Okay. So that's like these.
Except for the top aren't very stable, they bend, like it comes up with the clip on it. Yeah, when I was touching it, the kid right here was laying back there. He fell, hit the back of his head on this. It came up and fell and hit him on the top of the head too. And now he has brain damage. So, don't lay back in your chair. It's a bad idea. Huh? No, he was in seventh grade. And he didn't get his own eighth grade for a while. So he learned it. One of the words I did, that's so uncommon. Well, it's not so nice. I'm so surprised that. All right, keep going on your thing, please.
Now, what do you have whiteboards now?
No, it wasn't here. No, it's the monkey. It's our video. Miss Alice is playing it. The one that didn't work for me. Well, it worked, but it didn't like. I'll put that on Google Classroom. Mrs. Ellis. Sounds like a cool video.
Sounds like a movie. I hear the, like, it sounds like.
I know you can hear the. So I'm going to post it on Google Classroom so that those of you online can watch the video later. And then here, we'll watch it after. Huh.
It sounds like the planet of the apes.
A little bit.
What the planet of the apes has been.
Okay, we'll do about 3 more minutes. Is that enough time, or do we need more time than that? Need more time? What about online? You guys need some more time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with 5 minutes and see where you guys are at after that, okay? Okay.
What do I put on 5?
Number 5. How does her camp that she was staying at, Bombay, how did it become a whole research center?
That's like the whole summer, the whole passage. I guess.
Write it in one sentence. You can do it. It's probably, it might explain it more near the end. give it a little bit more context.
Yeah.
I need help on that. Okay, well, I think I'm done. No problem, whatever. Divided by whatever, blah, blah, blah. So if you're going through it, you're looking for parentheses, now I'm looking for exponents. Does the multiplication always come before the division, or you just start the left and the cross?
When all you have just is addition and division, they go to the left. And that's what we're all of like the division. We go from left to right. They just have to have the same. That's why we don't do that on time. But if I go into order, don't go in the order. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty, how are we doing? Do we need another minute or so, or we good?
Like another minute. I'm on the last question.
All right, we'll do about 2 more minutes. I'll let you guys finish up the question, and then I'm just going to explain the next part and let you guys work on that next part too. Okay?
Do you know on Chromebooks, is there an insert button like there is on the Dells?
I have no idea. Yeah, they gave us amazing computers, so.
Well, looking at them, it's not there. And like yesterday analysis, some of the kids wasting time going back. First they'll like erase the line, and then they go back and try to type in whatever their answer is, like the PowerPoint thing.
Yeah. I have no idea.
You could just hit it and type it.
I know. Wish. Alrighty. I know that you guys might not be done with the comprehension check, but that is okay. I'm going to just talk about the next one we're going to do, and then you guys can work on both the comprehension check and the research. So I'm going to close the comprehension check. The other one that we're doing today is the research, and there are 2 notebooks to fill out. And I would suggest just stopping the comprehension check for a second, watching what you need to do here, and then you can go back to it. So for the research to clarify part, you're going to choose one thing that was unfamiliar in the story. And I'm going to give you things to choose from so that you don't have to find it yourself. And basically, you're going to research it. So you're going to choose one of the following. Research it. Oops, I'll research, right? And write, let's say, 2 to 3 sentences about it. Whole sentences, complete sentences. So the first thing you can choose from is how chimpanzees use tools. Because remember, she saw one. Yeah, it used a piece of grass, shoved it in like an anthill to eat the ants, which is like something that's pretty advanced for an animal, right? So you can research how chimpanzees use other types of tools. Maybe they do something else. We've got chimpanzee communication. So how they talk to each other. They said that it's similar to how humans do. They just don't use words. So maybe that'll be an interesting thing to look up. We can do chimpanzee aggression towards other chimpanzees. Wow, I can't spell today. So when one chimpanzee gets mad at the other one, what happens? What's their type of fighting, basically, I guess. So you can look up that. And then finally, you can look up the family bonds between chimpanzees. So their family structure almost, is it similar to how humans have families or not? So something like that. So that's your first one. Yeah. So that's research to clarify. Research to explore is a little bit different. This is kind of on you guys. It wants you to find something from the story that was interesting to you. So if maybe you found it interesting, I don't even know what. Something that you found interesting in the story, whether it was how the chimpanzees use tools, or Jane Goodall's research. I don't know. Find something and write a question about it. Something that you're interested in, and you write your own question. Okay? So find one thing you thought was interesting. I can't spell it all today. And write one research question. A question that basically you would be able to look up the answer to. So anything that you found interesting from the story. Do these 2 parts make sense? Yes, no, maybe so? Yeah. How about online? Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So those are the 2 things you need to finish today. So the comprehension check and the research. Those are the only 2 sections that we are doing. I'd like those of you online to be working maybe for another 10 minutes or so on this, and then I'll let you guys head out. Those of you here, keep working on it here as well. And yeah, so go ahead and be working on that. Let me know if you have any questions.